Okay, what's up, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is El Maestro Sir Paulo Publico Servicio. Okay, good day everyone. I hope everyone is doing great and fine today. So for today we have a new topic to discuss. Illustrate and find the slope of a line. Okay, given 2 points, equation and graph. Okay, so I are you ready? Okay, so let's start this one. So slope is the steepness of the line, also commonly known as rise over run. So important. Okay, this is important keywords no na we have to remember. That's the rise over run. Slope is the ratio of the change in the y values between 2 points and the change in the x values. Thus, the formula slope is equal to, or slope sometimes is denoted by the letter M, no? Pag letter M, meaning that is slope. That is rise over run, or y sub 2 minus y sub 1 x sub 2 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So what are these? These are the two coordinate pairs. Okay, so we have a separate video regarding Cartesian plane, okay, the abscissa and the ordinate, okay, or the ordered pair. Okay, so you have to watch that video, okay, so that mas maintindihan nyo yung i-discuss natin for today. So you can visit my channel for those video na kailangan yung i-review, okay? But for now, so it's steps in finding the slope using 2 points, a graph, or an equation. So tatlo pwedeng, you can find the slope by 2 points or by graph or an equation. So but this time we will going to solve the slope first by 2 points. Okay? So these are the steps in solving for the slope of a line when given 2 points. So first step is, syempre, we have to identify 2 points on the line. Okay? So make it sure that these 2 points lie on the same line. Hindi pwedeng yung isang point nasa kabilang line, yung isang point sa ibang line. So hindi natin masosolve yung slope na to. Solve na yon. Okay, slope na yon. Next is you have step number 2, select one point to be x sub 1, y sub 1. And the other point to be x sub 2, y sub 2. Again, this is the ordered pairs or the coordinate pair. So since we have 2 points, so we have to select one as point 1 and the other as point 2. And the x, okay, on that point 1, okay, yung x known is the x sub 1 and yung y is that would be our y sub 1. The same way it goes to point 2. So we have x sub 2 and y sub 2. So after identifying or selecting the point, we are now going to use the formula of the slope of the line. Okay, yung formula ng slope of the line. So these are just the 3 steps no na kailangan natin. So let's apply these rules. Okay, let's have an example. Let's say that point 15, 8, first ordered pair natin, and 10, 7 lie on the line. What is the slope of the line? So first step, isa-isahin natin yung step. Ano ba yung mga steps? What are those steps? First is, we are going to use the slope of the line formula. Nilagay lang natin para ma-memorize natin. Okay? So first step is we are going to identify the 2 points. So with the given, this time na-identify natin that these 2 points are, we have the ordered pair 15.8 and 10.7. Since na-identify natin yung 2 points, okay, so susulat lang natin. Okay? Then second is we have to select one of that as point 1 and the other is point 2. So let's say it's your prerogative, class, okay, on what point are you going to choose as point 1 or point 2. So nasa sa inyo na yan. So for this video, let's say for example, I pick 15.8 as my point 1. So since this is my point 1, 15 is the x sub 1. This is my x sub 1. And 8 is the y sub 2. Okay? And since 15.8 is my point 1, then 10.7 is point 2. And 10 will be my x sub 2 and 7 will be my y sub 2. So in this case, meron na tayong identification ng x sub 1, y sub 1, and x sub 2, y sub 2. So we're going now to proceed to step number 3. What's the step number 3? We're going to use, okay, the formula or substitute the identified given through the slope formula. Okay? So with the use of slope formula, we're going to substitute all the given. So first is y sub 2. What's our y sub 2? That's 7 minus y sub 1. Y sub 1 is 8. And we have now x sub 2 is 10 minus y sub 1 is 8. Then do the math. So you will come up with 7 minus 8 is negative 1 and 10 minus 15 is negative 5. So this is now our slope of the line. So since this numerator and denominator are both negative, so divide natin yan, negative, negative, that will become positive. So our answer now is 1 over 5. So slope is 1 over 5. So ganun lang kadali, class. Okay? So identify what point or identify the 2 points, then you have to select which would be your point 1 and point 2, then you substitute that to the formula. Okay, let's have another example. Okay, so we have example here. We have point negative 2, 5 and negative 4, negative 6. Then, we have to identify these 2 points. Okay, na-identify na natin yan. Then, next thing that we're going to do is, we're going to pick which point is point 1 and which point is point 2. Let's say, for example, my point 1 is negative 4 and 6. Okay? Sir, can I choose negative 2, 5 as my point 1? Yes, that's okay. Walang problema. Okay? As long as the other point will be your point 2. So, in this case, I'm choosing negative 4 and negative 6 as my point 1. So, definitely, negative 4 it will be my x sub 1. And negative 6 will be my y sub 1. Okay? Then, point 2, so you have negative 2 and 5. So, negative 2 will be the x sub 2. And positive 5 will be y sub 2. So we na-identify na natin ngayon. Then let's go to step number 2, which is we're going to substitute that one to the given formula. So y sub 2. What's the y sub 2? That's 5. Okay? Ito, 5. Then what? Minus. Tingnan mo ha, minus. Then what's y sub 1? That is negative 6. So make sure that you put negative 6, then with close and open parenthesis. Kasi magkatabi na yung dalawang negative. To separate them, lagyan lang natin ang close and open parenthesis. The same thing with x. So x sub 2 is negative 2 minus negative 4. Okay? So, do the math. But before that, dapat tanggalin muna natin yung parenthesis. So meaning, we distribute negative, so that will become negative times negative, that will become positive. So that, yung outcome niya is 5 plus 6. The same thing dito sa denominator. So, i-distribute mo yung negative, magiging negative 2 plus 4. Okay, so wala na yung parenthesis. So, let's do the math. So, 5 plus 6, that is equal to 11. And negative 2 plus 4, that is positive 2. So, our slope now is equal to 11 over 2. Okay? So, ganun lang kadali, class, to solve the slope of the line with given 2 points. How about solving slope of the line using graph? Okay? So, graph na naman. Since we're going to use graph, we need a Cartesian plane. Okay? So, review the Cartesian plane, yung mga region niya or quadrant, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So, let's have an example. Let's say, for example, we have 2 points here. And these 2 points lie on the same line. Kasi yun yung importante. The 2 points must lie on the same line. Para pwede nating isolve yung slope niya. Okay? Anong gagawin natin? Gagawa tayo ng triangle, class. Okay, that one. We write a triangle with that point. Okay, from this point, gagawa tayo ng parang triangle. And we're going to use the formula rise over run. Ito yung sabi ko kanina. So, remember the rise over run. Ano yung rise? Rise meaning, tingnan nyo ito, these are the units, kung ilang units from here, papuntang point. Okay? Meaning, you have to count that one. And the run is, you have to count how many units going there. Okay? So, isa-isa natin, gagawin natin, i-zoom out natin para mas makita natin. Okay, zoom out natin. Then, we have to count the rise. 1, ilang units? 2, 3, and 4. Meaning, this, from here to the point, that is 4 units. Nakuha? So, you write 4 units rise. How about yung run? We count 1, 2, 3. Meaning, we have, correct, we have 3 units run. So, from that, babalik natin. Okay. So, since nakuha na natin yung 4 units rise and 3 units run, ilalagay na natin ngayon sa rise over run. So, our rise is equal to 4. Our run is equal to 3. So, our slope now is equal to 4 over 3. Ganun lang kasimple sa pagkuha ng slope when graph is given. Nakuha? So, bilangin nyo lang. Okay? How about, tingnan nyo class, your line is leaning towards right. Okay? So, meaning, pag ganun, no? Leaning to, tama ba? Okay? Leaning towards right, pag ganun. So, pag ganun yung graph mo, meaning, that is positive. Or less than 90 degrees yung angle niya dito. Yung angle niya dito is less than 90 degrees, then your slope must be positive. Okay? How about if yung line natin pabaliktad, ganun? Okay? Or more than 90 degrees. Let's have this one. We have 2 points. Then yung line natin, sa kabilang banda na naman parang nag-lean. Okay? So, if this is the line, your slope must be negative. Okay? Remember that one. Or if the angle is more than 90 degrees. Okay? So, negative dapat ang slope ng ganyan. So, again, we draw a triangle. Then we count the rise over run. So, this time class, hindi na natin i-zoom out. No? We will just count. Okay? Tingnan natin. So, rise natin. Ano yung rise natin? Ito. Bilangin natin. 1, 2, 3. So, meaning, we have 3 units. How about our run? 1, 2, 3, 4. So, we have 4 units. Meaning, rise over run. So, meaning, that is 3 over 4. So, our slope, tingnan nyo. Okay? The line is leaning towards left. Okay? Or, that is more than 90 degrees ang kanyang angle from here papuntang dito more than 90 degrees. So, our slope is negative. Okay? Importante yan. Negative yung slope. So, our slope now is equal to 3 over 4 negative or negative 3 over 4. Okay? So, another case class, what if we have this? Okay? Our line is perfectly horizontal. Nakaganyan talaga yung line natin. Ano kaya yung slope if our line is horizontal? Again, we have to count the rise over run using this formula. So, una, tingnan natin. Walang rise. Tingnan nyo. Wala siyang rise, di ba? So, 0 yung rise niya. Pero we have run. Bilangin natin run. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, we have 8 yung run. Okay? So, lagay natin ngayon sa rise over run natin. Rise is 0, run is 8. So, we divide 0 by 8. What is the answer? Okay, tingnan nyo, naka-horizontal. Okay, if horizontal yung line natin class, our slope is 0. Okay, always remember that one. If the line is perfectly horizontal, our slope is 0. Kasi 0 divided by 8 is 0. Kasi yung rise mo ngayon is 0. So, any number na mag-divide sa 0 is 0. Okay? How about if our line is perpendicular? Ganyan. So, what's the slope? Okay? So, let's use. Tingnan nyo. 0 yung run. This time, pag vertical, 0 yung run. Pero yung rise natin is 3. Okay? So, substitute natin 3 over 0. Again, this line is vertical. So, if we divide 3 by 0, that is undefined. So, what does it mean? When our line is vertical, the slope is undefined. Okay? So, these are the 4 cases class sa slope. If our slope is less than 90 degrees, if the line is less than 90 degrees, the slope is positive. If the angle of the line or it's leaning towards the left, the slope is negative. If it's vertical, the slope is 0. And if it's perpendicular, the slope is undefined. Okay? So you try that one at home. Grab your graphing paper, compare, okay, solve. Okay, the more we solve kasi class, mas masasanay tayo, mas magiging madali sa atin, okay? Yun yung sikreto ng mathematics, okay? So once again, thank you for watching. I hope marami na naman kayong natutunan sa topic this time, okay? And if you have questions, clarifications, concerns, don't forget to comment it down below. Ask me anything, baka kaya natin igawa natin ng video for the next episode natin. Okay? So thank you once again. This is El Maestro. Thank you for watching, guys. God bless you all.